I've been where you are. After a breakup, all you want is to know what your ex is thinking and feeling. Doesn't it feel like they want you, but they're just scared to come back? But the question is this feeling real, or maybe you're just holding out false hope? Well, today we'll go over the signs that your ex does want to reach out and get back together, but they're afraid to do so. I'm Brad Browning, and I'm here to help you get a second chance with your ex using the best tool at your disposal, psychology. And while I can't read your ex's mind, I can definitely give you some surefire signs that I've seen over and over during my 15 years as a breakup coach that suggest that your ex is conflicted. And that's really what this is about. Your ex likely does want another shot with you. I'm sure I don't have to tell you why. They love you, they care about you, they're attracted to you, and they know that you can make them happy. But that feeling is tempered by another feeling, fear. Now, they're afraid of a few things. First off, they worry that you don't want the same thing, and they're afraid to make the first move and be shut down. But more than that, they're afraid that if they did give you another chance, that it wouldn't work out. And I mean, they have a point, right? You wouldn't be sitting here if things were perfect. You'd still be together. So really, that's the internal battle that your ex is going through, potentially anyway. So here are the signs to look for to determine if they are actually scared to come back to you. Sign number one is you can feel the tension. Yes, the fact that you're watching this video is a strong sign that your ex is scared to come back. I know that your desire for them can cloud your judgment a bit, but you're not delusional. You can feel that tension between the two of you when you talk. And I'm not just talking about sexual tension here. It's the sense that they have something that they want to say, but they just can't bring themselves to say it. You'll notice this in lingering looks and facial expressions. So pay attention to what goes unsaid. And second sign, number two, is they don't talk about certain things. So if your ex is still on the fence, then they're gonna avoid certain topics of conversation. So firstly, they won't talk about their dating life. They don't want to give the impression that they're even thinking of moving on just yet. And they're also just going to avoid talking about the future in general. They don't want to think about moving out, separating your lives, canceling future plans, really anything like that. And that's not only because stuff like that hurts to think about, because they do still love you, but also because if you start taking these steps, then there's often no going back. And sign number three, you still have each other's stuff. So when you're going through a breakup, it can feel often like it's not quite real yet, and it won't be real until you've done all the logistical stuff, namely trading belongings. So for this same reason, your ex, they're going to avoid giving you your belongings or taking theirs back from you. And really, again, they're trying to avoid the future. They think that the moment that you two meet up to exchange things might be the last time you see them. So they want to be prepared to either walk away for good or ask you to get back together. And they're not ready for that just yet. Sign number four is if this isn't your first breakup. So if you and your ex have broken up and gotten back together before, then I have both good news and bad news. I mean, breakups are a little bit like concussions. The more you have, the easier they are to get in the future. And the more you break up, the more your ex is going to be scared to get back together because they want to avoid feeling that heartbreak over and over again. So this toxic cycle is definitely going to factor into your ex's ambivalence about you and about the relationship. But the good news is that since you've gotten back together before, you know that there's an attraction there and that you actually have the capability of reconnecting, which is honestly huge. So maybe third time's the charm. And sign number five is just they reach out to you. So if your ex does reach out to you without really any real reason to do so, then you can bet that they're thinking about you and wanting you. And really, there are very few valid reasons for them to really be contacting you after a breakup. Sure, if the dog died or you owe them $500, then this is probably not a sign. But if they just want to, let you know that they ran into your sister at the mall or they're just checking in, then you can bet that they've got more in mind than just chatting. And sign number six, you score above 70 on my free quiz. It can be really hard to sort out your ex's feelings when you can't really communicate with them. And that's why I put together my free quiz. You can take that quiz for free right now at breakupbrad.com/quiz. And when you do, you'll get a score indicating the chances that your ex wants you back. Again, that's breakupbrad.com/quiz, and hopefully you'll score over 70. Now, sign number seven, your breakup was toxic. So toxic breakups create emotional pain for both parties. And this pain it's like a tender spot. If you touch it and it hurts, and you pull away. But in a weird way, you also feel drawn to it. And this is the thing with a toxic breakup. Because it was so bad, you feel like you need to fix it. And in your mind, the only way to fix it is to reconnect with your ex. It sort of feels like, if you get back together and hold them in your arms, it's like it never happened at all. Now, this doesn't make sense logically, but on an emotional level, it feels like the only answer. So if you broke up because of a huge fight, if you both said things you didn't mean and never apologized, or if one of you made some massive mistake that destroyed trust, then this is probably what your ex is going through right now. Now, it's pretty clear why this would draw them towards you, but also cause them to hesitate before taking that final step. And next is sign number 8. They've been asking about you. So as with many signs on this list, this shows that your ex is still interested but feels they need to keep their distance. So if they want to get information about how you're doing, if you're seeing anyone, if you're talking about them, whatever. So they'll turn to mutual friends or even your friends or family to get information. They might not ask directly, but if they're suddenly reaching out to people in your life, then you know why. And this is a clear sign that they're circling around you, trying to get closer. And sign number 9, your relationship has unresolved issues. Like a toxic breakup, this is something that will pull your ex in while also scaring them away. You two have something between you. I mean, you probably didn't break up for no reason. Maybe you spent too much time at work, live in different cities, maybe you have different values or disapproving family. Whatever it is, this is something that needs to be addressed if the relationship is going to work. And so even though they really want you back, they're afraid to take the plunge because they know that this problem will come between you all over again. And finally, on to sign number 10, they don't know what you want. So one of the big reasons that your ex is scared to reach out is because they don't know how you feel about them. Have you moved on? Are you over them? Are you seeing somebody new? And these unanswered questions could be keeping them away. And really, it is understandable, right? They don't want to reach out to you and be shut down. And for some people, that would be so hard for them that they'd rather abandon the whole thing than risk being rejected in this way. All right, so hopefully now you have a better idea if your ex is scared to come back. But what can you actually do with this information? Well, first off, if you do want your ex back, this is one of the best case scenarios that you can be in. Fear is something that you can definitely work with. So the question is, how do you push them in the right direction? Well, some people think you should force them to make the choice. Tell them to make up their mind, basically. And while I do agree that putting a little bit of pressure on your ex can be helpful, say if things have been going this way for a long time, if they're playing you hot and cold, refusing to commit and just messing with you, then this can work. And it might be your only option. But I definitely don't think this should really ever be your first move. Instead, use your ex's avoidance of the issue to your advantage. If they feel this way, they want to see you and spend time with you. They just don't know how to do it without having this big conversation. So that means it's your job to give them safe opportunities to see you that they know won't lead to big conversations, arguments, or other drama. So what does that look like? Well, first off, you want to contact them in a neutral way. Get them talking, but don't bring up the relationship, the future, anything like that. Instead, just make them laugh, talk about mutual interests, and just kind of catch up. And once you have built that rapport, then you need to suggest an in-person meetup. Now remember, they are scared, so this is going to be a little bit tricky, but remember, they still are interested on some level. So what you need to do is calm their fears by giving them an excuse to see you. So just saying something like, do you want to come over to my house and talk, is definitely the worst thing that you can say here. Now, just hearing that kind of thing is going to set off your ex's alarm bells. So instead, give them a reason for the meeting that feels totally platonic. I often think it's a good idea to play to your ex's strong suit. So think about something that they're an expert in, they're really interested in. Maybe you're thinking about buying a new car and your ex knows lots about cars. Well, then just tell them you'd love to meet up and discuss it and get their insight and advice. People honestly love being asked about their interests because it gives them a chance to show off. But even beyond that, it sets the expectations for your interaction. It gives you both some rules to follow and a topic to actually talk about. And this calms your nerves and it really gives the whole thing a structure. So I'm sure they probably will know that you're not only interested in getting a new car, and you know that, they know that, but when things do get awkward, there's something for you to at least fall back on. And if things do get too intense, then either one of you can just go, okay, well, thanks for helping me with that, gotta go, see you later. And when you do meet up, you should talk about what you set up, but it's also a really good opportunity to just flirt, banter, and really rebuild attraction. The first meetup is about testing the waters and showing your ex that you're not about to ambush them, that you can spend time together safely. And the more you do, the more you're going to soothe your ex's fears and make them want you back. Now, I will say that many people confuse this advice with the idea that you should be friends with your ex. You should not be friends with your ex if you do want them back. Don't give them that impression. So generally, I'd actually recommend avoiding group hangouts, and definitely don't ever agree to be, just friends. and keep things, really fun and flirty. Of course, this can be a fine line to walk because, you don't want your ex thinking that you're looking to hook up or be romantic with them, at least at this stage. So, keep it subtle. I think you probably know what I'm talking about here, but really just treat them the way you would on a second date. More friendly than you would with a friend, but not like the two of you are already back together. Make it clear to them that, you are a romantic option for them and one that comes without a bunch of drama. Take things really slowly and just let them develop naturally. And watch some of my other videos, especially the ones that I've linked in the description below, to learn how you can turn these kinds of casual meetups with your ex into a new, healthier, and longer-lasting relationship. And that just about does it for this video. I appreciate you so much for watching. Remember, if you need my personal help and ongoing guidance with your unique or unusual situation, you can always sign up for my one-on-one coaching to work with me starting today. Learn more and sign up at breakupbrad.com/coaching. But until next time, thanks for all your support and bye for now.